What's up, guys? It's Ruben here at Happy Couple 1989. Just wanted to say hello. It's kind of a special day, things going on in my life, trying to better yourself, trying to improve your vision, your goals, things in life, Today I had a great opportunity to meet up with a couple of old friends. Let me bring this in here and see if that even helps. I don't even know. But, I was talking with my friend Sonny Tomboski. Heck of a guy, man. We grew up in high school. We grew up just great friends, where you can just be yourself. Those are hard to find. High school together, we love to play basketball or in track together. But it's just like everything else. After high school, after college, we graduated. Kind of went our own ways, And it was probably 20 years later. Let me think. Oh my God. Over 32 years later. Ran into each other. I think I saw him one time at a bowling alley a few years before. And that was it. I had gotten married and had kiddos and still have my stretch marks from it, but just kidding, babe. And, an opportunity came up where he worked at Shamrock Foods. And started working with him. It was great, man. It was like we were like the best of friends and didn't see each other for 30-something years. And then, hey, we worked together like, I don't even know, 3 years almost. And just kept in touch. You need to have your friends in your life. You need to have people there to get you away from the world, because the world is tough, man. I have my wife, I have my kids. They keep me grounded. Great structure, love. Not many people have that, but I am so blessed to have that. But then when you have a chance to have a friend like that, man, cherish that. I have other friends that I've met throughout, but I'm just bringing him up because I was able to meet with him today and have lunch. We've been trying forever to get together, and our schedules are crazy. So one time he's in Albuquerque or California, or I'm in wherever, somewhere in Albuquerque or Las Cruces, or I'll go to Oklahoma, just a lot of things going on. And we said, you know what? We got to make the time, dude. Even if it's like 45 minutes that we can just eat lunch. So we met today. Went to a great restaurant, Art of Vinos. And it was pretty cool. We had a couple of other guys show up that I used to work with there at Shamrock, Richard and Greco, awesome guys, man. And you forget about those people because you don't even see them. You see them on Facebook, you see them, making comments, hey, Cowboys suck, whatever. They rule, okay, Richard? But, spending that 45 minutes to an hour with them brought back a lot of good memories, a lot of good friendship memories. And you need that, I got news today of something that didn't go my way that I wish I would have, but I didn't. So, I was lucky enough to meet up with Sonny and Greco and Richard and have some lunch and take my mind off of things. And that's what we need, tonight I'm going to take my wife out to eat, get her mind off of it, because we got to be there for each other, So just keep your friends close. You might not see each other all the time, but keep in contact. As we get older, you start to appreciate those things, and you start to miss those things, You see each other, and it's like all these memories flood back of when we worked together, or when we were in high school and we went to UTEP together, or in college and we were roommates at his house. His mom lived in Albuquerque, I believe, at work, and he had his house all by himself, and he said, "Hey, you want to move in?" I said, "Heck yeah, let's do it." And the rest is history, man. So, Sonny, it was great to see you. Greco, Richard, let's keep in touch. Let's make it a thing. You gotta make it a ritual. You gotta keep those people in your lives to keep you going, because, like I've said on other videos, bad stuff is happening everywhere, and it can really bring you down. And you need to have those special people in your life to make it worth you being, Of course, God is what makes it all worth your while and makes it possible to go on. But to have your wife, your kids, your friends, your family, man, doesn't get any better. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to have all these homes and cars. I mean, it doesn't hurt, you know what I'm saying? But you might not have it, but hey, if you have friends, family, loved ones, wonderful wife like me and kids, you're rich in so many ways. So reach out to that friend that you haven't talked to in a long time, because nowadays you don't have to have their phone number. I tell my kid, "Hey, do you have a phone number for the..." "Oh, I got their Insta." I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? So you can get a hold of people. You can get a hold of old friends. Do it while you can, man. Time is flying. When I was living with Sonny, I was 19, 20, and here I am, 55. And we still barely get to see each other and hang out, So we got to try to make it a custom to see each other and hang out, even if it's just for 45 minutes. It's worth it. But any former co-workers, friends from Coronado, UTEP, work, whether it was I was a manager at Applebee's or Hometown Buffet, Campbell's, where I'm at now, say hello. Send me a message. Hey, let's reconnect. Matt, Ephraim, cousins that you haven't seen in forever. I was saying, man, it's sad that the only time you see family and friends is when you go to a funeral. We got to stop that, You want to know that you did all you could with that person and you were there with them through thick and thin. Even if you don't know them that much, it might mean that much to them. It might make such a great impact on them that, hey, I look forward to talking to Ruben. I look forward to talking to Sonny. I know he's going to cheer me up. We're going to laugh. And there's so many people that could be the difference of keeping them going and not do stupid things like assassination attempts. You see those clips of he was getting picked on at school. Just don't give people a reason to do dumb things. You never know what somebody's going through. So be nice. I heard that one from Jeff Kavanaugh, one of my cowboy YouTubers that I love to listen to. You never know what somebody's going through at that moment. They could be hanging on by a thread, and then you go and call them a moron or, hey, you're stupid or whatever. Don't do that. Be nice. This world needs it. We sure are missing a lot of that. Let me see if I can see if you can even hear it. Hopefully you can hear that. I don't look like a moron shaking my head. What else? Man, I wish I knew how to use these things. Let's do another cheer. And a yell. Oh, no, that wasn't it. But you know what I mean. Love each other. Be there for each other. Promote goodness in this world. Because, man, we sure need it. You know? Shoot me a message, my old friends. Who knows? Maybe we didn't even know each other in high school, but you saw on Facebook that I posted a video. Say hello. It's all good. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to me ramble on, but I just thought it was important to let you know the importance of being around your loved ones and your friends and people you haven't seen in 35 years. Make that call. Make it a good one. Happy Couple 1989. Please subscribe on YouTube. All right. Bye.